I started looking into AI. Most of the people are clueless. They really don't get it. I realized how much is going to change. It's really a technology that you cannot dismiss. Web development takes so much time. It takes hours and hours to work on websites. When AI came out, I can generate your website right now and you can start your business. We fall in this trap to generate content. When you are behind your screen, they don't have any point of connection with you. What was important for building a community was the actual connection with people. The most useful is the AI agents. It's going to go and post this content. It's going to go and send that email for you. It's going to go and call that client for you. This is one of the biggest values that you can get from AI right now.
Welcome guys to the Unfiltered Podcast. Today we have Elena with Supercharged AI, and she's an amazing guest and a friend of mine that we've been communicating with through the last couple of years, and finally we're here in her studio in Miami, and I'm gonna talk a lot about AI and content and a lot of good stuff, so stick around to hear this amazing conversation. So Elena, welcome to the show.
Hello.
Tell me a little bit about yourself and about Supercharged with AI.
Thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure meeting you in person finally. We spoke a lot and I really enjoy being in touch with you and everything you're doing. I'm fascinated. So it's a great honor to see you in person and meet you in person. I started a podcast. I started a newsletter 2 years ago for AI because I started learning about AI after I had my own marketing agency, like a web development agency. And I was working with clients, and honestly, web development takes so much time. It was very time consuming. It takes hours and hours to work on websites. And when AI came out, I thought that it might be helpful to do my work a little bit faster. So I started looking into AI to try to implement it in my work. And as I was learning, I realized how much is going to change, and it's going to change every industry. And it's really a technology that you cannot dismiss. It's something that is very, it has the ability to bring and change everything. Just the way how we do things, not to change everything, but the way how we do the things. So I was fascinated by that. And as I started learning, and I'm usually a person that loves to learn, so I constantly learn and get some inputs. I decided to share that with other business owners. I realized that I understand technology and most of the people are clueless. They really don't get it. So I was like, if I understand it, I can explain it to other people like me, other business owners, and they will need that because in the future we are not going to be able to work in the same way without those tools that are making our work more efficient. So that's how I started the newsletter, and it grew. Like it was 200 people at the beginning, and it then started growing. And now we have 34,000 entrepreneurs, and it only grew like 4,000 people the last 3 months. I wasn't even doing any advertising anymore. It's just focusing now on helping people and doing online webinars and doing more of the helping people how to implement, because learning is good, but it's only the beginning and the first part of how everything happens. So now, this is how it started, and we're doing a Supercharged podcast as well, where I can share with the people and business owners, those incredible people that I meet that are in AI and doing amazing things. Every one of them, it's using those tools and to do amazing things in their business.
Absolutely. And then, I noticed your growth when I think we connected right around the time you had just started. Maybe, I'm not sure how many subscribers you had on your newsletter at the time, but I received the newsletter and I read it and I do enjoy it. And I think newsletters are very underutilized. A couple of years ago, I bumped into a newsletter called Morning Brew.
Yeah.
and I was reading it a lot. And I think they recently sold it, maybe a couple of months or maybe a year ago.
Yeah.
And it was a big amount of money when they sold that giant database, right?
It was a big inspiration of mine.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Awesome. Yeah. So I think like newsletters are, something that a lot of people overlook. But tell me, do you think like today, nowadays, is it too late to start a newsletter, or what would you say to somebody who is like looking into that?
I actually think newsletter is incredible, and I think that not many people are doing it. One of the biggest advantages that I have is that I can work with many different people and marketing people and different. Everybody's doing pretty much the similar things, but the newsletter is something that is different, but it can produce incredible results. One of the things I'm excited about is that newsletter can bring like 9 streams of income. So you can really grow a very big newsletter. I think the biggest one was sold for 400 billion, which is pretty fascinating.
Wow.
And it's a great way to build a brand, to stay on top of mind, because you constantly remind about yourself in the emails, and people receiving it and they read it, even if they read just the title and sometimes they don't have time to open it, you still stay on top of mind in their emails. And as long as you're doing something that brings value and it's not just like, things that are, don't make sense when they open it, so they don't want to receive it. But as long as you provide value, and I think it's a great way to share information with people, because sometimes on social media we cannot see everything that goes on. Sometimes there's so much information over there, and I feel like this is a great way for being present with your clients, present with your potential clients and your leads, and also newsletters also increase sales. So sometimes if you are not in touch with these people, they don't know what you're doing. They don't know what kind of promotion is. They don't even know if they want your services. But once you keep educating them, you share information, you share results, and they learn about you, and there is a 40% chance of them working with you. Higher chance of them working with you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, what would you think what would you say is the secret to growing in this newsletter? Is it consistency, providing value, distribution?
I think everything matters at the end of the day. But consistency is very much important, and just sharing honestly things that are valuable for people. So I think very important to share content that is not just generic. And we know now how easy it is with AI to generate content and to write copywriting things. So we fall in this trap to generate content just with ChatGPT posted here and there, and with job is done. But the more we can put intention into what we want to communicate, and the more we are able to share real things from our business, and the real things that can help people, and really focus on those that are important things. And the consistency also has been a big part of that. We started with once a week, and then now we're sending 5 days a week. Sometimes that's not even enough. And one of the things that actually Forbes found us, we found our newsletter being featured on Forbes online.
That's awesome.
And because
that's okay.
It's because we were talking about different things about AI, different topics, and we dive deeper into those topics so people can understand. So send once a week an email just for one specific topic about something that is happening in AI that is important for business owners to know, but they probably won't find it in the news. They won't find this information like gathered and organized. So that was that is one of the biggest things. And I think also collaboration. We collaborate with a lot of other newsletters and other people across promotions in different outlets. So that was a very big part of the growth as well.
That's awesome. So tell me about it. What's more important for you, to just, get an audience or to build a real community?
Yes, that's a good thing. So there was a point where I was the newsletter started growing, and we had like so many people like clicking links and buying stuff, and it was like growing and making money, and it was like amazing. And I thought, wow, this is gonna blow up. And then it started slowing down, and then there was like almost nothing happening. And we had a lot of people on the newsletter. So I realized that, this connection is so important, because when you are behind your screen, people don't see you. They don't have any point of connection with you other than just reading those things. But what was important for building a community was the actual connection with people. And we started doing things like webinars online, and we did a few events in Miami here in person, and keep trying to find more ways to connect with people. And the community is, for me, the most important thing, and trying to help people as much as possible with the best information we can, so they can, help their business and they can grow and they know exactly what's happening. And AI is going really fast right now. It's very hard to keep up. So the newsletter actually, I used to write it myself. Now I have people that are helping me, but I always read it because it keeps me updated, and I know that we put the information that somebody might be helpful for somebody and their business to know today, so they can implement or think about the future and how they can, grow in the future with these important things.
Yeah, I agree. I agree with you 100%. AI is moving so incredibly fast. Like, I feel like AI has done in the last 2-3 years, has done what the internet has done in 30.
Yes.
So, and I'm excited to see what's going to be in the next, 3-4 years out there. And it's really helpful to be able to keep up with everything that's happening out there. Because even though I'm using it a lot, sometimes I'm like, okay, there is so many these new tools that I don't even know where they came from, right?
Exactly. Especially for video and for pictures. I think these tools are, every week we're finding a new one that is better than the other one, and trying to use it, and, signing up for all these tools to test them.
Awesome. I obviously, my podcast is revolving around content, because that's what I'm focusing on. But tell me, what's one AI tool that you think is very underutilized right now?
That's a very good question. I think it depends on for what purpose, because there's so many tools out there. What I think is that most likely, most of them are not going to be useful in the future. And there is a big hype right now for AI. So we have, everybody's creating a tool here and there, but you have to really think about, is this tool going to be useful in the future? Because those big companies, they're going to just come out with a feature that is going to make these other tools just obsolete. So it comes down to just knowing where the technology is going. So for now, I think the most useful is the AI agents. So what we are trying to do is we're building systems for businesses, which they can run on its own, and they can do specific tasks for the businesses. And I find that the businesses creates a lot of efficiency for the businesses. And this is one of the biggest values that you can get from AI right now. And it's better than using specific tools. I mean, you implement these different tools, but the most useful is that all of that can run on its own.
Can you give me an example for people that don't know what AI agent is? What what can that do for your business?
Okay, yeah, that's fair. So the AI agents are like assistants, like little robots that are on the internet. They're online and they perform tasks. Just like ChatGPT, it's just like a bot. You can communicate with it. You can get information. It's like very knowledgeable in many different fields, and it can provide you with content. It can write stuff for you, but the agent actually can do stuff for you. It's going to go and post this content for you. It's going to go and send that email for you. It's going to go and call that client for you. And this is the amazing part where we create more efficiency for business, because then you don't have to waste time for trying to do these mundane tasks or repetitive tasks that somebody has to do in the business, and then we outsource all of that to AI, which is cheaper and it's still very much efficient. And AI is improving also. So for now, sometimes I'm been building things for like the past year and a half, trying to build those things that are going to help us to just make the business more efficient, and just these operations that we're doing manually in marketing, mostly marketing, sales, and lead generation. So they're getting better, and they're now at a point where you can build, for example, an online agent, voice agent, and this voice agent can make calls for you. For example, he can call your leads and he can talk to them, ask them questions, make appointments with them. Or you can have this, if you have a store, for example, and the clients are calling you, and the agent can automatically respond, like within like seconds. And you don't have to, for example, you don't lose time. You don't lose this time which is very valuable, because the faster you can respond to a lead, the faster you can engage them, and they can most likely work with you. And in this way, you can just immediately talk to them. There's chatbots that can answer questions and make appointments with clients.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, it's insane what AI can do nowadays. Transitioning back into content, do you think AI is actually helping content creators nowadays, or is it hurting them? What's your opinion on that?
That's a good question. I think it goes both ways. I think the content creation was one of the first things that people in the newsletter were asking us to help them with, to give them more information about how it can be done, because a lot of people and businesses realize they have to be on social media and they have to grow their pages there, and it's a great way for them to meet customers and to grow their business and to talk about their brand online. But but the whole process with AI, it's still in a place where we find ways to create content with AI, but it still feels a little bit inauthentic. So most of the people, most of the time, they don't like AI generated content. And most of the time, also the platforms don't allow you to post generated content. You don't get as many views.
Yeah, they suppress the rate. Yeah.
Yes. So those tools are getting better and better, and it still requires manual work to generate and create content. And I think that there are already incredible tools like FreePic, Kling AI, OpenArt, and Banana.
Yes, no, the banana is hot right now. It's all over the internet for sure. 100%. What do you think is the biggest mistake people make when they use AI for social media?
I think the biggest mistake is that they think that they can do the easy thing and just send it out and achieve the same results. And I've seen, sometimes you can see that the video is AI generated, but you see that they put a lot of effort into creating really good content and really valuable information. And sometimes you can see that it's just general information, like you can see in many videos, and it's just AI generated, and you feel like you're not getting really value from this video, and you just skip it. And I think the
biggest mistake is probably them just like thinking that's the lazy thing, right?
the lazy thing.
100%. I agree with you, and I know how much effort it goes into creating an AI video. Sometimes it takes us more than actually going and filming it. Still, maybe that's gonna change in the future. But
yes, generating the pictures also. We already have prompts that are working pretty well. So this is the first part to figure out, is finding those good prompts that can create and generate good pictures and good videos for you. And once you have those, once you get a hold of those, then you can generate better content and you can create better quality. I feel like the things that I've seen that are really incredible, fascinating, are in movies and people creating like short movies and advertising. Also, I've seen incredible advertisements generated by AI, which are pretty fascinating because AI allows us to do the impossible, right? You cannot film certain things, but
if you need to go into like, space or sci-fi or anything like that. I created actually a video a couple months ago. Me and my team were just like experimenting, and we did a calculation. So we created this video. It was kind of like a skit. It starts first in a comedy club. Then the next scene was in a bar. Then the third scene was outside on the street and all that. And we generate all these scenes through AI and put them all together. And we estimated that producing this, I don't know, it was like 2 minutes, not even, maybe a minute and a half video would have cost us about 20K if we had to go and rent the comedy club, get all the people inside, go get the bar and all that stuff. So, and yes, it took us some time to generate that video. I think in like 3-4 days, 2 people were working on it, writing all the prompts and, all that. But, it's definitely fascinating. The one thing that we noticed, though, it's very, very hard, is consistency of characters.
Yeah.
When we generate like video. Like every time the character comes out slightly different, right? Yeah. So that's the biggest thing. Do you have any tool that can help people like overcome that, or any tips on that?
Yeah, definitely. So my biggest thing when generating avatars was just really give a lot of content to the tool. So far, I haven't found a better tool than HeyGen for avatar, even though there is a lot of information out there and there's a lot of tools being promoted and they really do good, but nothing really great when you start using it. And HeyGen is amazing too, but you have to feed it with a lot of information, videos, different angles. You just have to give this character, like this AI, everything possible to create this character, like from all these angles and ways, movement and lights and everything.
Yeah.
So this is how we create the best characters, the best avatars.
I haven't tried that, so I'll go back to my hotel right now and get on Slack to to let my people know what they can use. Tell me a little bit more about your business. Like, what's next? Where are you going? I'm assuming you're probably gonna wanna continue growing the newsletter, but what else is out there? How can people utilize your knowledge, and how can you help them?
Yeah, that's a good question. I love to help businesses with growing, and I think AI gives us this opportunity that we never had before, because it's a tool that can really help somebody to make from idea something that can grow into a real business. in really short amount of time that we've never had this opportunity before. I see the rise of entrepreneurship and I love entrepreneurship. So I always been looking and learning about entrepreneurship, and now with these tools, I have the possibility to, show people how they can start and how they can use all of these tools. So I'm passionate about helping businesses and sometimes, implementing. So I see growing the agency and reaching more people. I want really the newsletter to reach like millions of people and to be able to help and educate as many people as possible. And so one of the fascinating things that I see is that with AI tools making everything so simple, and of course you have to learn the tools, but it's allowing us to do certain things that used to take so much time. For example, website. If you were supposed to do a website 2 years ago, it takes like 3 months, 6 months, up to 1 year, depends how complicated it is. But you need to spend this time to build this website. Now it takes 1 hour to 3 days to create a website. I can generate your website right now in 5 minutes, and you can start your business, essentially. So you can test ideas, you can run an ad, and for example, you can create an ad for like 15 minutes. You can run the ad and you can see how people respond to this new business idea that you have. And here you go. So now it's, the span is shortened for everything we do. If you are a business already and you can test so many ideas, you can create new products, you can do like experiments so much with your marketing and advertising, and it's just fascinating for me.
Yeah, it's crazy. I actually have one of my clients, they're a client of another agency I work with. They sub their work through me when it comes to editing, and I get to watch a lot of these videos. Mm-hmm. So the client is 8-figure Amazon seller, and they have white label their own brand, right? So what they do to test products right now is they come up with a concept, they do the research of that product, and they see if there is obviously demand for it and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. But instead of them going to to the manufacturer, make the product and test it, what they do is they actually generate the product image on AI, and they send it to a targeted audience and ask them about the product, if they like it. If they don't, like, just send them a picture along with other bestsellers in that category, and see if there is really demand for that product before they even spend a dime on it to manufacture anything. Like before, a couple of years ago, you still had to go and contact the factory, have somebody design the product, make 1 or 2 or 5 copies, send it out, test it out and all that stuff. So nowadays that's like super, super easy. So definitely it's shortening the span of like developing products and businesses. Just yesterday I was like, it took me 5 minutes to generate a logo for my new YouTube channel. A couple prompts and a couple tweaks here and there. And that would have been $100 spent a year ago to a logo designer, or a couple of years ago would have been a couple $1,000 spent on somebody to do that. So, it's really fascinating. And I'm excited about that. But going into the rapid fire section, I have a couple questions for you. One short answer. So AI generated content, is it lazy or smart?
It can be both. It's definitely lazy and it's definitely smart.
I agree with that. Virality, is it a go or is it a distraction when it comes to social media content? What's your opinion?
Yeah, I think it's this is an interesting topic, and I had a guest actually. We spoke about that, and he's Dr. Jose, and his research about the trends and about the virality and how the culture forms the virality of things. And I think the more stupid things, they go more viral, but they don't hold the same like depth and value. So it's two different things. I think we need both, but maybe less of the distraction.
Yeah.
And I think what we're doing is forming the culture online. So I would focus more on better stuff, because that's what I want to see. That's what I want my children to see. And the more stupid things, they just go viral.
Yeah,
it.
true. But yeah, the goal is, I guess, to figure out how to go viral with value, right?
Yeah.
Build fast or build right?
I think build right. Yeah, it's more important, and in a long term, in a long run, it's very much more valuable if you just do the right thing. And sometimes it's hard because I've been in business for a while, and there is you have to just stick to it, and there's a long periods of time where you don't receive anything like money, or you just put your time into something that you don't know what's going to happen, but just have to believe and that everything is going to work out, and just keep going. And it's hard to endure that.
Yeah, 100%. I feel like nowadays we're getting into a generation that's more and more hardwired for instant success and instant
everything
gratification.
is instant nowadays. You can purchase something with a click of a button. You can do a lot of things just very easy, like scrolling. It's like it gives the brain a reward, but at the same time there is nothing really.
Yeah. Patience is where it's at.
Yes.
That's one thing I'm trying to teach my kid. The meaning of a word, patience, and how to utilize it. Where can people connect with you, and how they can sign up for your newsletter?
They can find me. The getsupercharged.ai is the official website of the newsletter, and we have online pages on Instagram and LinkedIn, so you can find us there.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Elena, for your time. It's been a pleasure having you on the podcast, and looking forward to see how your newsletter grows and your future success.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure being here today, and so grateful to meet you and to have this conversation. It was great. Thank you.
Thank you.